How to talk about sports and exercise. Hi, I want to talk about sports and exercise. My favorite sport is tennis. I like it because it is fun. My least favorite sport is swimming. I do not like swimming because I do not know how to swim. I think that the easiest exercise is walking, and the hardest exercise is skateboarding. Skateboarding is hard because you need to have good balance. To play my favorite sport, tennis, you use a racket and a ball. I can play tennis at the park beside my house. Although I cannot swim, my sister can. She likes swimming. To swim, you need goggles and a swimsuit. You can swim at the beach or at the pool. Sports and exercise are very important for a healthy life. How to talk about teachers. The best teacher I ever had was my old guitar teacher, Mr. Ball. There are a lot of reasons why he was a good teacher. Firstly, he was very encouraging. He taught me to believe in myself. Another reason is that he had great lesson materials. Each week, we would learn something completely new and interesting. I think that it is important to have good teachers, not only because they teach you specific subjects, but also because young people need positive role models to look up to. A positive relationship with a teacher can be a very important thing in life. I think that teachers generally are paid fairly, but in some circumstances, it would be reasonable to say that they should get more. There are a lot of characteristics that make a good teacher. They should be organized, kind, and patient. I think those three personality traits are extremely important for all teachers to have. How to talk about Halloween. For me, the most special day of the year is Halloween. Halloween is celebrated annually on October 31st. On Halloween, children dress up in costumes and walk around the neighborhood collecting candy from their neighbors. Sometimes, children get a stomachache because they feast on too much candy. Halloween also has a deeper meaning. It is traditionally thought of as the day where the wall between the living and the dead comes down. There are lots of spirits and supernaturalism associated with Halloween. This makes me feel both excited and nervous. As October 31st approaches, I usually start to feel the holiday spirit. In Canada, where I live, the leaves change colors in October, and the weather gets colder. All this contributes to a creepier atmosphere. Another cool element of Halloween is the jack-o'-lantern. This is a pumpkin with a face carved into it and a candle in the middle. It looks like a glowing face. Halloween is awesome. How to talk about people from the past. I'm going to talk about a friend I had in high school. I can remember him really well because we often played basketball together. He taught me how to shoot three-pointers. Due to his experience, he had a special technique which allowed him to shoot three-pointers very well. As for his appearance, he was tall and had curly hair. In terms of personality, he was relaxed and funny. I'll never forget him because after basketball practice, we'd go out to a cafe and talk about school, and we'd often laugh. It is interesting to think about people from the past. Often I think of famous people from the past. One example is Jimi Hendrix. I wonder what kind of person he was in real life. From watching his videos, I saw that he was tall and had curly hair, and sometimes he had a beard. He was an excellent guitarist, and he had amazing stage presence. I think that he was one of the greatest rock stars that ever lived. Alas, I will never get a chance to see him in real life. How to talk about movies. I recently watched a movie called Oblivion. It was a science fiction movie starring Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise is well known for his action movies, especially Mission Impossible. The movie was set on Earth, but in the future. The script was interesting, and it had a lot of surprises and thrills. I also think that the soundtrack of this movie was pretty interesting. Although it wasn't the best movie ever, I had fun watching it. Generally speaking, I like thrillers or action movies with good cinematography and thought-provoking plots. I am often disappointed by movies which are not creative or original. I feel that these days Hollywood produces a lot of generic, boring films that have no profound message or interesting artistic vision. I think Hollywood needs to focus on new ideas with new directors, scripts, and soundtracks. This would help them create more interesting and outstanding films. My favorite book is Crime and Punishment. I like this book because it has a thrilling plot and interesting characters. It is a fiction book. The author is Dostoevsky. My favorite character from Crime and Punishment is Marmeladov. I like him because he has a relatable personality. Generally speaking, my favorite book genre is fantasy. I like to escape to imaginary worlds. If I could write a book, I think I would write something educational. Perhaps I could write a book about the English language. My favorite author is J.R.R. Tolkien. I think that he was very clever and he wrote extremely interesting stories that were funny, sad, interesting, and scary all at the same time. The book I read most recently was The Old Man and the Sea. It was about an old man who went out to sea on a small boat to try to catch the biggest fish. I read it because it is a classic, and it is not very long. It only took me 3 days to read it. Hello everyone. Today I'd like to talk about one of the most beloved animals in the world, dogs. Dogs are known as man's best friend for a reason, as they bring joy, companionship, and even health benefits to our lives. First of all, dogs are incredibly loyal and affectionate pets. They form strong bonds with their owners and are always happy to see them, whether they've been gone for 5 minutes or 5 hours. This unconditional love can be a great source of comfort and emotional support, especially for those who live alone or struggle with anxiety or depression. But dogs are not just cuddly companions. They can also be highly skilled and useful animals. Many dogs are trained as service dogs to assist people with disabilities, such as guiding the blind or alerting their owners to seizures. Others are trained for search and rescue missions, police work, or even military service. These dogs demonstrate incredible intelligence, discipline, and bravery, and they have saved countless lives over the years. Finally, it's important to note that owning a dog can have health benefits for humans as well. Studies have shown that having a dog can lower blood pressure, reduce stress and anxiety, and even boost the immune system. And of course, dogs need exercise, so taking your furry friend for a walk or playing fetch can be a great way to get some physical activity for yourself too. In conclusion, dogs truly are amazing animals. They bring so much joy, love, and companionship to our lives, and they have also proven to be valuable helpers and even heroes in many situations. So next time you see a dog, give them a pat on the head and a scratch behind the ears. They deserve it. Thank you. How to talk about job applications. I think that jobs are an important part of our lives. With a dull job, many people feel depressed and unfulfilled. However, a demanding job may be so tiring that it makes people feel exhausted and stressed. There must be a balance in pursuing a job that is well paying, but also interesting and not too tough. Applying for a job is also difficult. When you apply for a job, you need to write a cover letter explaining who you are and what you want. You also need to send your CV to the employer. After that, you need to have at least one interview. Sometimes you need to have more than one interview. The whole process is stressful and time-consuming. However, we must do it in order to find a job that we enjoy. It's important to say sorry when we make a mistake, but sometimes it's hard to know what to say. Sometimes just saying sorry is enough. But if it's a bigger mistake, you might need to say, "You're so, really, or terribly sorry." If it's a formal situation like at work, you could say, "I owe you an apology," or "Please accept my apologies." You could also offer your sincere apologies to show that you really mean it. But be careful, because words like apologize and apology are usually more serious than sorry, so they might sound sarcastic if used informally. When you're talking to friends, you can use more casual language like, "My bad," "That's on me," "I messed up," or "I dropped the ball." Another way to apologize is by saying, "I beg your pardon," which means you're asking someone to forgive you for what you did. If none of these work, you might need to beg and say, "Please forgive me." But be sure to try not to make the same mistake again. In day-to-day life, I primarily rely on public transportation to get around. I find it convenient and environmentally friendly. I usually take buses or trains, as they provide a reliable and affordable means of transportation. However, there are times when I use my own car or opt for ride-sharing services for added flexibility and convenience. Public transportation offers several advantages. Firstly, it helps reduce traffic congestion, which is a significant issue in many cities. It also reduces air pollution, as a single bus or train can accommodate numerous passengers, minimizing the number of individual vehicles on the road. Moreover, public transportation allows individuals to save money on fuel and parking fees. On the downside, using public transportation can sometimes be time-consuming, especially if the routes are not well connected, or if there are delays or overcrowding during peak hours. There are alternative transportation options that I find convenient, such as cycling and walking. For shorter distances, these modes of transportation offer numerous benefits. Cycling not only provides exercise, but also helps reduce carbon emissions. Walking, on the other hand, is a great way to stay active and explore the local surroundings. Both options are cost-effective and contribute to a healthier lifestyle. In the future, I believe transportation will witness significant advancements. With the rise of electric vehicles and autonomous driving technology, we can expect a shift towards more sustainable and efficient transportation systems. Electric vehicles will help reduce reliance on fossil fuels and decrease carbon emissions. Additionally, advancements in autonomous vehicles may lead to safer and more efficient travel experiences. Furthermore, the integration of smart transportation systems and ride-sharing services will likely enhance accessibility and improve traffic management. Transportation plays a crucial role in our daily lives, and it is exciting to envision the future of mobility. By embracing sustainable and innovative transportation solutions, we can create a more efficient and environmentally friendly society. In 5 years' time, I envision myself as a successful entrepreneur running my own business. I have always been passionate about innovation and creating something meaningful. And I believe entrepreneurship is the path that will allow me to make a difference in the world. I have a keen interest in the technology sector, particularly in developing software applications that solve real-world problems. My goal is to launch a tech startup that focuses on developing innovative mobile applications or software solutions that enhance people's lives. I want to create products that simplify daily tasks, promote efficiency, and improve the overall user experience. I'm currently pursuing a degree in business administration with a specialization in entrepreneurship. I am also taking additional courses and workshops on topics such as business planning, marketing, and financial management. Additionally, I am actively networking with professionals in the industry and seeking mentorship opportunities to gain valuable insights and guidance. This career path is important to me because I have always been driven by the desire to create something impactful and meaningful. I believe that entrepreneurship not only allows me to fulfill my passion for innovation, but also gives me the freedom to shape my own destiny. By starting my own business, I can contribute to the economy, create job opportunities for others, and bring positive change to society through technology. It was a pleasure discussing my future plans with you. I'm excited about the opportunities that lie ahead and will work hard to turn my entrepreneurial vision into reality.